if being pro-Palestine and an anti-Zionist doesn't allow me to continue climbing the ranks in the NBA media world and progress my career in that sense, I'm okay with that. I'm always going to be able to watch basketball and I'm always be able to write about it. Um, if it means down the line I can't make my full-time career, that would obviously be disappointing, but it wouldn't be something that I regret because I think this issue is far more important than anything basketball related. When the team that I covered put a statement out about it, I felt kind of obligated to say something about it. I had one person tag Philly Voice and say that I was a threat to the Jewish community in Philadelphia. It was clear that people wanted me to lose my job. And as it continued to gain traction, I ultimately deleted it, not because I didn't stand by what I said, but because I didn't want the people, my editors and the people above me to have to answer for my decisions. My big issue with specifically the Sixers statement on social media and what other teams, followed suit or, led the way was not that they were offering condolences for the people who were injured in that attack. It was that they, one, selectively chose when to involve themselves in a 75-year conflict that is largely and disproportionately affect Palestinians far more than Israelis. And two, the end of it said they stand with Israel, which is a very, very sharp position to take because Israel is a settler colonial state that is literally carrying a genocide and has, been displacing Palestinians for 7.5 decades. I didn't receive any sort of social media training or their contract that I signed. It talks about social media, but there was nothing that was in there that would suggest what I said was worth being fired for. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, like sports teams and leagues are businesses, and if you're a business in America, that means you have capitalist interests, and there is a lot of money that happens to benefit from being pro-Israel, and that's why teams spoke out about it. I had a lot of people who were either pro-Palestine or Palestinians themselves that started to follow me or of Arab descent. They weren't following me for my NBA takes. They weren't following me for my analysis on LeBron James or anything like that. They were following me because they saw an ally in the Western media world, and I felt just even more responsible to advocate for them and their people. My friends and family have been really supportive of me. Some of my family members have become more aware of what's going on in Palestine and become, more closely aligned with my position of a free Palestine. And a lot of people in the U.S. are just kind of wired to think that Israel is a rightful place and whatnot. But if I can turn them from apathetic Zionists into, at the very least, like fairly pro-Palestine people, I think, however many or however few or many I can help accomplish that, I think is important work.